have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
I'll second that. We'll take a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I think we've been here before.
Yep.
Okay. We're here for budget discussion tonight. So I guess we might as well start with the attorney. Guess we might as well start with that one. We've kind of kicked it around. Jim, I told you I wasn't sure we were going to discuss it, but since you're here, we'll discuss it. And I see Carl's online also. So, we don't know where we're coming out yet, and all we can do is put things in, and we may have to take them out. So, I guess Brian and Todd, we need to have your input on this. I kind of came up with something, but we need to see what you guys think.
Did we have new updated sheets or no? I'm looking.
No.
Okay.
No, we don't have anything updated.
Okay.
Nothing has changed from what they sent in.
So what the, I gotta do some math here.
Do you want to take a chair? These are the originals.
Actually, I did do some stuff this afternoon, and our deputies downstairs range from 74 to 80%. So what you put in was the high, and not everybody gets 80% downstairs. So only maybe one or maybe two in the offices downstairs. Like in the recorder's office, one gets it. In the auditor's office, one gets it.
Okay.
In two in the treasurer, yeah.
You couldn't find any publicly
Yeah.
published numbers on that?
Yeah, so, otherwise it's 74, 75, 76, 77, it just depends on which office you're looking at, so. It ranges 74 to 80%. So I kind of did some figuring, but.
Yeah, so and you did, your figuring was just the 375?
I took it with a 3.75 increase. And then I took one at 75.53%, which one of them was. And I took one at 80%, so. But that was my figures. Brian, did you do any? Brian disappeared. Where'd he go?
Yeah, I'm having problems with the internet here.
I hear you, but I don't see you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
We
yeah.
can hear you, yep.
Do you
Yeah,
have, there you
yeah,
go, we
so-
can see you again, yeah. What do you have some ideas?
No, what's the hard numbers on this one? I mean, what do we got to work with?
Well, they're currently, like, for the county, for Kim is 56, 137, and the other one's 567. And I think, did you get, so I had 58, 242 for the 3.75? Is that what you came up with on
No,
Kim's at 3.75?
oh, I didn't figure just with the 3.75.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I can do that though.
Did you stick with the 5.65? Or did you?
Whoops.
So I did one at 3.
58,242, is that what you
Yeah,
said?
that's what I had with 3.75.
Okay,
And then I think that also then makes Stephanie's 53,424, I think.
whoops, that didn't work. Fifty-two, 463.
Oh, must calculate that.
That's without any extra.
And what would you have? What were you working on with your percentages?
I came up with a 75.53, came up to 58,096. And with, that was for Stephanie. And an 80% was 67,791. So that came close to what they were asking.
Oh, so you just did the 75% and the 80
I took it,
instead of taking a straight percentage?
right,
Okay, I got you.
I took it closer to what some of them were, some of the other deputies were.
Okay.
That would be a $4,600 increase and a $7,500 increase.
What was that top percentage? You had one at 75 and one at,
One at 75.53 and one at 80%.
okay.
Whether we can handle that or not, I don't know, but
So where would we be? I'm sorry, I wasn't tracking all your numbers.
it's closer to what you're asking for. But whether we can handle it or
I
not,
understand, we have to go through some more.
yeah, we have to jump through some more hoops. And whether Todd and Brian want to do that,
Absolutely.
or whether they want to go lower. Any thoughts, Brian? Oops, can't hear you.
He's muted.
You're mute, are you muted?
There, how about that?
There you go, that's better.
That's better.
Yeah, I had to change devices. The internet was too slow here.
Okay,
So now I should be on. I can hear you good now.
okay.
So, yeah, so the question, yeah, did you have some thoughts about, did you hear Judy saying she went 80% and 75.53%?
Uh-huh. And the 75% was $4,600 increase, and the 80,000 was how much?
7,500.
That brings them to a grand total of
118,887.
That's for both of them?
Yes. It's about 1,400 less than what they put in here.
So like this is 80%.
Before they've been hourly, actually.
And they're not now? They're
Well, they
salary.
wouldn't be, they would be salaried.
Oh, okay.
Or you want to change them to salary?
I would say they'd be salaried rather than hourly. If we go with this.
What difference does, I mean, like, for instance, to my knowledge, we've never had anyone work overtime.
Right.
You know, we stick to our scheduled hours, so.
So they wouldn't be, they wouldn't get any overtime.
And it wouldn't, but, what I'm saying is that we've never done that. So
Right.
other than that, it doesn't really make any difference.
I think that's the only thing,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see where that would be.
yeah. I don't know why they were ever, well, I do, because they probably started out part-time to begin with. And then just, when they went full-time, they just stayed hourly. I think that's
Yeah,
probably what it was,
Kind of before my
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
But we are saving the 94,400 because we don't have a deputy or second person attorney, right?
Yeah,
Well, for
now.
right now, we don't.
Right.
That's not to say we won't in the near future.
I would almost think I don't know. I think in order to make some things happen, you're gonna have to probably cut that position. But
Yeah.
Cut it entirely or cut the salary?
well, I guess you could look at it, maybe you could do it instead of a full-time assistant, a part-time assistant.
And that's what we
Maybe.
had in the past.
And
That's what I would.
and maybe we do that and you cut the salary a little bit.
And I think we can work with that.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. I mean, just in order to get people that need, or you want raises.
And the other thing is,
Where we got-
I think, we're asking to go up to 94.4. I think that would be for a highly experienced assistant.
Okay.
And I suspect we're not going to hire a highly experienced assistant, so it would probably be lower than that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay. So do you want to cut that? In order to get the two,
I would be willing to do that. How much of a cut would we need? Like, I think, like, I'm getting paid, I was getting paid about 81. And so I think if we were in that, 85, 86 area, I think that still would be an attractive offer to someone who is coming in with the view toward potentially becoming the county attorney down the road. It's
Okay.
like a lot of other jobs. You start in, you
Right.
you do your time, and then
Build up some experience and some,
you
yep.
kind of get a higher paying job. I think we would still be competitive hiring somebody at that.
how about if,
So maybe if you run the numbers with 85 for that job,
Okay.
and then see what that gets us.
well, if we just take, that's,
I guess that's what, 9, 9,000 difference.
Yeah,
So
whoops.
you'd almost need a 12,000 basically to offset it.
Well, they're gonna get a raise
If you
anyway.
offset that
They're gonna
rate,
get a raise anyway.
Right.
So if we take out, shoot, I'm not used to this calculator. Duh. I just keep getting,
Technically, we were going up about 26,000 on the whole salary of everybody. So somewhere we need to make up that 26,000 somewhere.
well, and I think we're gonna have to do it, I mean, we're gonna have to go up in order to get a county attorney.
Right. Yeah. Don't disagree
So,
there. Yeah.
so if we're cutting out 9,400 there. So you were getting 81, Jim?
81, yes.
Yes, and some change.
So maybe we bring it down to 81?
Well, I don't think that was actually even the max I could have received.
Okay,
Under the old scheme. I think I was capable of getting paid more than that.
okay,
I think once we get below like 85, I think it's gonna get harder.
okay,
Even, and like I said, the other thing is, a part-time assistant was good for me.
Yep.
There may be people that want to
That don't want that.
full-time gig. And like Carl mentioned the other day, we'd also talked a little bit about maybe sharing an assistant with Fremont County.
Fremont County or
So
something.
they might be able to hire in, work 30 hours a week for the Page County Attorney's Office, and maybe.
Oh,
do
yeah,
the other
maybe
10
that,
hours.
yeah, maybe that would work.
And like, one of
That's-
the responsibilities of an assistant would be doing juvenile court. Well, that's almost entirely done on Zoom, so they wouldn't even have to go to
Okay.
Fremont to do that. So
Yeah.
it could be a good fit. We'd have to explore that, but I think that would sweeten the offer.
Right, yeah.
That's the big Carl. The way he got it set up there.
I don't know.
You were doing your percentages off the 107 or the 118? When you did your 70 and 70, or 80 and
Oh, I
70?
didn't do percentages off of that. I did it off of the deputies downstairs.
Oh, okay. You didn't go off the
I didn't do, no,
salary of
no,
the
no, no, no.
attorney? Oh,
No,
okay.
not the county attorney, no.
Okay,
No,
sorry.
I didn't do that. No, I was working with between the 74% and the 80% downstairs.
Okay.
So I did the 75.53. That's what I was taking it from.
Okay.
So how are you gonna work that out?
I'm sorry, what?
How are you gonna work that out if you're gonna have, so you're gonna have a officer that's got a higher wage, and then if you're gonna have the others as salaried and be percentage again, then their percentages are always gonna be higher increases throughout the years, so.
No, we don't percentage the county attorney. We don't percentage their
So
employees.
what are we basing the percentages
They,
off of?
we were comparing them to the deputies downstairs.
I know, I understand that, but going forward, how will you work it out?
Just
Or,
whatever if we bring them up to the deputies downstairs, then from then on, we'll just do whatever percentage everybody gets. If they're brought up, the other night when we were talking, and you said you thought they should be equal to the ones downstairs, basically.
yeah, yeah,
Then whatever, from then on, then they would just be getting whatever, if we go for a 3.5 or a 3 point or whatever,
yeah,
then they would just do that.
gotcha, okay,
So it's not based on, we don't do anything with the county attorney. We don't go off the percentage for that. It's only
okay,
the elected officials that do that.
just didn't want to come back to that, okay.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think is if we try to bring them up partly this year and then part next year, but there's no guarantees on that
Right.
either.
Be in
So,
the same situation,
yeah. Do we want to just try for it and then see where we stand, and if we have to come back and take it down?
that's what I say, we do,
Okay,
see where we're at after we got all the numbers figured.
okay.
And that's going with the part-time down to 85, right?
The part-time.
Or the attorney 85
Yeah,
for the.
taking
okay.
that down to 85.
85, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll take leave the county attorney at 118, take the part-time county attorney down to 85, and then the two down to 118,887. And then we'll have to refigure the FICA and the IPERS. Which I think, Kristen, I think I came up with 25,344 and 31,274.
I had 118,804, but
You came up with what?
118,804
Oh,
instead of 807.
887. If you add 58,096 and 60791,
What do you have for the two?
Oh, I have 63,637 and 55,167. If you add 7,500 to Kim and 4,600 to Stephanie, for Kim, I got 63,637, and for Stephanie, 55,167. Did I not figure that right?
I had 6791 at 80%, and then I had 58,096.
I think you guys are figuring differently, that's the problem. Todd is just adding.
I
Oh.
thought you said 4,600 and 7,500.
No.
You did just as an average.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I did the 75.53, which is 58,096.
Okay.
58,096.
Uh-huh.
And what was the other one?
The 80 is 6791.
And that's for Kim,
Yeah.
6791.
091 or 910?
60791. So it comes up to 118,887.
And what was the other one, 58, what?
096.
096. Okay, now I'm straight. Thanks.
Okay. And then I think FICA is 25344.
I'll recheck that.
Okay, and IPER's 31274. I believe. But you, yeah, recheck it. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's move on to, let's go on to sheriff since Mr. Sheriff is here. Okay, another biggie. Okay, we will look at the sheet that the salary comparisons. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay,
Be careful. Unless you're just, oh,
and I'm looking at the salary comparisons that he sent us rather than
no,
his.
I don't think I printed that out.
Oh,
Okay, what are we looking
this is the one they gave us
Oh, I have.
yesterday. I'm
Yep.
looking at the one that Kim gave us, the salary comparisons. I think that's the easier one to look at, rather than his budget. And reading what Rob Sands sent. It looks like we can do that. So we'll go for it, and if we get written up, we get written up. It's all Charles's fault. Kind of like me. Do you have your sheet?
Now, the rural basic then, how does that, because you talked about maybe moving another deputy to that. How does it work, now that comes out of a different,
There's general basic fund and there's rural basic fund.
okay.
Yeah. And I'm not,
Do we only have the one deputy that's under rural basic?
no, I think,
right now?
I know. There's 3 in rural basic, and if we move another one, we
Oh,
can.
RB, they just went to RB, okay, I see it, yep,
Yeah,
got it.
there's
Judy, I
1,
don't have the
2.
paper that Kim had.
You want to just make copies of this?
This,
Yeah.
I only see 2 out of rural basic.
I see 3.
There should be 3.
So
1,
there's
2.
Randall, Holmes, and Hafner.
Yes.
Oh, it's clear up there.
Yep.
Okay, here. She wrote out rural basic on the one, okay. So Charles, if we moved another one, we could move another one to rural basic if we needed to.
That would be great.
Okay,
That would relieve some stress on the other side of it.
yeah. We might. Do you have that, Brian? You don't,
The new
that
one?
the one that Kim?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it.
It's just a little more difficult to read than being on
No,
a piece of paper.
this one's a list.
Oh, a list?
Like
Yeah.
this, can you see that?
I can take a picture of it and send you.
That'll work.
One second.
Thank you.
Take a picture,
Perfect.
maybe. What did we ever do without these? I hope I got it all. Yep. Okay. Okay, should get it. He disappeared again.
Well, send it that, I'm zooming on that one. Send it to 712-438-2110.
Do what?
Send it to 712-438-2110.
2110. Okay.
Now you might get lots of calls.
Well, it's on the website, so
Okay. Seven one two 438. That's one. That work? Okay. You gotta be smarter than the.
okay, good to go.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. What do we need to do, Charles?
Now, on the new sheets I gave you guys, I added the 4% and the $1, remember, to the jailers.
Okay.
That's in the new printouts, and I emailed it to Brian,
And we're not looking at, okay.
just so you know.
Did you send it to Brian then? Okay. Okay, I wasn't looking at that. Okay. Oh, you put all of those in there? Okay. Okay. So we've got a total in there at the bottom then. Because everything else is in there. And we've got that 18 million in there too.
I got plenty of 18 million in my budget.
That totally throws me because I don't think that should,
It should be completely by itself. It should be completely.
it should be by itself. Yes, it should. To me, it should be in,
It's very misleading.
I think we should print the budget expenditure worksheet. I can't. I don't know how we can pull it out of there. We can't get the totals out. We can't get it out of there. Eight. 208. 32, 370 minus 16. 712. Okay. 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. 2408, 811, 2, 32, 370. Okay. 1, 4 is 4, 6, 2408, 2408 is 7, 32 is 2. Okay, we're 276,000 over what it was last year. Now I clear this. Clear it, clear it, clear it. 276. For 1 divided by 13%. Okay. All right. So. The new sergeant. 85%, you're gonna start somebody at 85%?
I will promote somebody from in. So it's, you know, August.
Okay,
it's just gonna be-
I see that now.
Yes,
Okay,
so that basically means I'll have 2 new deputies that will have to go to the academy. We tested last weekend for deputies, new deputies. We do not have any certifieds applying. So yeah, we will be sending at least 1, if not 2, through the academy this next year.
okay. Now, this 85% plus 4%.
Yes. So it would be,
That could be an issue.
I understand.
Can only be 85%.
The 4% is, I think she just figured out 4% straight across the board as far as raises instead of 375 or whatever number you guys were using.
Okay,
Kim just put 4% in. I think that's how she figured it out. So that, it would be just 85%
Just
of,
be 85%.
it would just be 85%.
85%
Line, correct.
of the 99,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Question, the deputy that is leaving has she left?
Zoe, yes, she left the 4th or 5th day of January.
Okay, did she go to the academy on us?
No, she did not.
Okay,
She was supposed to report to the academy on the 4th, and she let it be known that she was going
was
to
leaving,
the other
so she
academy,
did,
so-
okay,
Yeah, so we had nothing.
okay, all right. Okay, so we will have to send 2 to the academy.
Yes, most likely. I think we put in like.
You put in 30, yeah,
35,000
yeah,
for those two.
yeah. So that's part of the overage there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Quit the ma'am stuff. Okay. All right, what's the feeling, guys?
So then, is the stipends only in the,
That's only one.
that's only one person gets a stipend and that's your chief deputy?
Yes.
Excuse me, actually, there's 2.
Oh.
Tony gets a stipend too.
Who does?
Doesn't
Well, Tony,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, but
But as
this,
far as the deputies,
as far as the deputies,
yeah.
and what does that count as? How much is
It's an
that?
administrative stipend.
Yep.
So.
Chief deputy always
Yeah,
gets it.
Only the chief deputy gets that,
How much is that?
5%.
5%
Yes.
of his salary,
4951.
Of my.
of your salary?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's 4,951. That's been in place for years and years and years.
Okay.
I believe your, Lauren Pierce was even getting it back in.
Yeah, way back,
Yeah, when I first started.
way back. Yep.
And so you said they were 200,000 over what they were last year?
I said they were
13%?
13%, 276,000. 35,000 of that is new deputy training, going to the academy.
So that's not guaranteed that we'd spend that, but probably will,
Probably, if they,
unless you have luck out and get somebody from the academy. That's already been, right?
Yeah, well, as far as like, right now, we're too short.
Yep.
So we are not paying 2 people, their FICA, their IPERS, all that stuff too. I mean, we're too short right now, we're 2 jailers short too.
Right. But if you hire somebody that's already been through the academy, if you lucked out and found somebody that
Yep,
then that saves you
that would save
from
us,
using that money.
yes, that would save us a bunch of money.
Yeah.
A lot of places, will give a signing bonus for people that have the academy already under their belt and stuff like that. Basically what they're doing, other places are doing is buying the academies from the person that's been there. So,
Oh, so you'd still end up paying it. It just wouldn't have to
Right, so-
send somebody to the academy. You'd give them like a reimbursement of them going,
signing bonus right now, and that's basically, hey, I'll give you $10,000, come work here because you're already certified.
Yeah.
Or you still owe the other county or the other entity
Oh.
$10,000 for the academy.
Right, so-
It's just it's a money shift.
Yeah. We haven't offered anything like that here though, right? Since
Never,
we've,
not that I have ever
okay.
seen, no. Because 10,000 is actually pretty cheap for the academy buys and stuff like that.
When we're budgeting 35,000.
Yes,
Yeah. Can you hear all this, Brian?
Yep,
Okay. I didn't know whether you could hear
Taking it in.
Charles. I didn't know whether you
Yeah.
could hear Charles or not.
you'll
Yep.
know.
Okay. He said he can hear you. Yeah. Okay.
But most places, if you have the academy underneath your belt, they will give you some type of a signing bonus or whatever. Most of it is like roughly about 10,000 right now. And you have to stay there 4 years, I believe, at most
Yeah,
places.
and
10,000.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your conversation with Judy earlier, but you were talking about hiring from within for the sergeant
Yes.
position.
Yes, that would be somebody from within.
And then if you hired a new deputy, they would start out at the new deputy wage underneath there at
Yes.
59?
Yes.
Okay. So would that mean as a sergeant, they'd be making more than your assistant?
No, a chief deputy? No.
Chief deputy? Because 84,962 is higher than
So
84,169.
Kim called me, it should be 81,694.
For the new
Oh.
sergeant.
81, what, 694?
81,694.
Okay,
And I,
That's the new sergeant.
yeah, it's been changed and.
sorry. I saw that, I'm like,
It
well,
looks different, yeah.
sergeant's gonna be more than
Yeah, okay.
your chief deputy might get a little upset with that.
Yeah. Since he's frozen his wage, yeah.
Yes, it's like,
Freeze your wages.
freeze your wage and somebody passes you.
Somebody passes, yeah. Not good, okay. Okay.
Thank you. That up.
Good catch, Todd. Okay. So these are all put in there then? Okay.
It should be.
Could we go back and, so I know that we put 4% in there,
Yeah, 4%.
but, I was wondering if we could run a set at 3.75 just to see what it does too. If that's,
I can do.
I mean, just to see, I don't, I mean, we can figure that too, but. I mean, we can go and see which one's gonna work the best or which, what, it's like, we're still trying to figure out, do we have enough room in the budget to go where we wanna go versus where we can only go, so there's a lot of unknowns to,
And there are a lot
So,
of
on the
Figuring it out.
jailers, we did $1 plus 4%.
Plus
What do you
4%.
want to do for them to rerun it?
Probably change it to 3.75.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not a lot, but I think it's probably the fair thing to do. Is that okay?
That's fine.
and that may change. I mean, it may be, it just depending on where everything shakes out, it may be higher, it may be lower than 3.75, I don't know. It may be the 4, I don't know if they're,
I
if,
guess my whole purpose is.
I'm worried yeah,
I've got deputies scattered from 70, let's look here.
well, you got 60,
But yeah, you're taking them up too, Charles, so,
Right, yeah, that's what I'm wanting to do is the
Yeah.
start the process of the steps.
yeah,
Yeah.
getting them up closer to where they should, yeah,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's my whole part.
yeah.
right,
To
yep.
get that started. We usually actually use percentages, which I like that, but it's up to you guys if you want to go back to percentages or we keep holding.
I don't think we better. I think we better.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I don't think we better. I think we better do it this way.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's just do this with the 3.75 for everybody, and let's try it that way and see what we do. And then we'll look at moving one deputy to rural basic. Okay.
And as far as freezing line and Mr. Reynolds' wages, I mean, my purpose there is to get.
Free up some.
Yeah, free up some money to get to the deputies and the jailers of, yes, 375, let's say that's the number, it's the number, hey, can we get anything more than that? That's what I would like to do for some
Okay.
fact.
Yeah.
I'm losing people and
So what do you have in mind for next year then?
that's a great question.
If you're freezing for 2 years?
I will freeze for 2 years. I put that out there.
I know you did.
Let's say we go with the 375 and another, I'll throw it out there. Let's say we go another 375 on top this year. The next year, what are we behind? Are we 4% behind? Are we 5% behind? Let's be reasonable and I'm trying to be reasonable and get the next start as far as, okay, we're 12% behind, whatever that number is. Let's do,
Oh, for your deputy, you mean for the
Yeah, that's
deputies,
what I meant
so,
for deputies, yeah.
let's try and do it over a 2-year time frame or a 3-year time frame or something to make this happen.
Okay.
I don't want to be unreasonable about things. I'm not going to ask for 30% or 20% or whatever.
But at some point, we're gonna have to bring you and Aaron up.
Yes, and I know that's coming.
Yeah.
And whatever, not next year, but the following year, we'll be reasonable. We're not going to ask for a 40% pay increase,
Okay.
stuff like that. You've known me longer than, both of you have known me longer than that, so,
Okay. So Brian, does that sound okay with you?
Yep. One question I got is, on the revenue side, where does the tickets and speeding offenses and anything like that you receive, do we get anything back from the state on that?
I don't believe we get very
No.
much at all.
No,
If
most of
any-
it goes to the state.
Yes,
So another unfunded mandate, huh?
Yep,
yes.
they collect and it
write 'em.
goes to the state.
We write them, we prosecute them, and we jail them, and the state sends us nothing back, huh?
Right.
Yes, sir.
seems like a good deal for somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
There used to be a county enforcement charge that we could put on there for, it was like $5. We don't even get to do that anymore.
Can't even do it.
Yeah.
Yep, it goes back to the state.
Now, looking forward to next year's budget, we're gonna have a brand new jail.
Yeah.
That we
Yes.
have no idea what it's gonna cost to run.
Yeah, that's,
anything like that. That's down the road, but it's something to be thinking about too.
right. And making sure that we can pay for it.
And what?
Making sure we can pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That's the next
that's the
thing.
thing that I'm worried about, because we're already upside down on it a little bit until we figure out,
Right.
Where we're going with it.
yeah, so,
Yep. Okay.
but, I think we run the numbers with these and see, since we already have the 4% figured, we could do 3.75 and then see where it comes out and see if we have to adjust or,
Right. I'm okay with
So-
that, yes. You know, once again, I'm trying to get guys and trying to keep guys or girls
No.
and bringing, more back in to make it a little easier for us, but, hey, I understand money too.
right, yeah, it's hard everywhere and trying to,
Well,
it'd be nice if we could do the right thing all the, if it was unlimited,
I
you know.
agree, but it's not unlimited, so.
No,
well, and the thing of it is we want to show appreciation, but we also have to think about the taxpayers. We have to think about the people being laid off and,
So I understand.
everything there too. And the other night, while I was thinking about conservation, I was thinking about Michelle. And I asked her when she was certified. She was certified law enforcement in 2018, April of 2018. And I'm looking at her wage and she's making $52,554. And I'm looking at your deputies. And I'm thinking, this is wrong. There's something very wrong about this because she's ILEA certified and she's making this little bit.
I guess my response to that would be, our guys are doing this full-time, 40 hours a week, plus 40 hours a week, to strictly law enforcement, whereas she is doing other things, including law enforcement.
Right.
So,
if you needed her, you could call her in too.
in a heartbeat,
Yeah.
and if she needs us, we will be there to.
Yeah.
To watch her parks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We've got a working relationship.
Right.
We're gonna keep working with it.
But
The one-
she should not be just paid $52,000.
I would agree. I would agree.
one thing I was thinking about that is if, she wants a truck, you say, well, you can get the truck this time and not the big raise, or we give you we'll get you up to where the deputy is, but we don't have money for a truck,
I know. I'm just thinking,
I mean, we've never had anybody with the law enforcement,
Yeah, we have.
or we did
Rich
before.
Wallace.
Oh, okay.
Rich Wallace was for years,
And conservation.
years
Oh,
and
okay.
years. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Rich was. And he was compensated for it too. More so, yes.
I don't know what he was compensated.
But Charlie's making more than Michelle is. Yeah. Yeah, she's making 57,000. And Michelle's making 52. And that's not right. So, she at least ought to be making more than Charlie. So,
well, we could visit that.
yeah, I think we should. There's something wrong with that. I think she at least ought to be making more than Charlie.
Are there any grants out there for the vehicles?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no
I'm
clue.
just asking.
I have no clue.
Seems like there's lots of grants, if you know where to look, and you could,
With the look, there's a ton of grants right
but,
But those vehicles that they've got are old.
now.
All of them. All of them are
Most
old.
of them are our hand-me-down, or some of them are our
Yeah.
hand-me-downs.
They're old. Yep. And she's working with them and not complaining, but anyway. So, I don't know whether anybody wants to address that or not. You have any thoughts on that, Brian?
Which one?
Michelle at Conservation is,
Yeah, we can get to that later. But
okay,
Charles, yeah, there's
okay.
nothing else we can cut out of that budget, huh?
On Charles's budget? Charles, you want to cut anything out?
No, thank you.
Does he want to?
does he want to? Brian brings up a good point, but that was one thing too, is like, I don't know if we've ever gone to our department heads and said, hey, look, let's try to
Cut out something?
cut 3% or 5%
Yeah.
out of your budget.
We've done that in the past.
and come back with something that you can cut so that we can justify giving raises and trying to, because really, we should try to cut out any waste and anything that we're, that maybe we don't need. There's a lot of nice to haves. Oh yeah, this is nice to spend some money on this, and hey, maybe we can cut back here and there. And, and the tighter the budget gets, you almost have to do some stuff. And luckily, we were talking that most of our department heads have done a really good job of keeping things in line from not raising them from last year. So, I mean, they're not really exploding their budgets as far as that, but it also gets tighter and tighter to try to get the raises that you feel people deserve for a good job versus finding that money, because the revenue hasn't changed what we're bringing in. So.
I agree.
So if you ever want to cut something, just, you let me know. Okay.
Okay, I am looking at buildings. And I'm looking at 17,000 that you have budgeted.
Building maintenance,
Yeah,
I'm assuming that money right there is for something that would be like, let's say the fire suppression system or the fire alarm would quit working right now at our liquor exchange.
right,
We would have to fix those
okay,
to keep open, stuff like that.
okay,
Do we anticipate spending in that? No,
Okay.
but next week we also have a jail inspection. Or
Okay.
2 weeks we'll have a jail inspection,
Okay.
so,
okay,
yeah.
okay,
Do I anticipate using all this money? No.
great.
I would like to hand a bunch of it back, but
But you never know,
you never
okay.
know, exactly.
Just thought, it's just a thought.
If our numbers are low in jail, life is great. But whenever we have somebody that's mental health problems.
No, I know. Yeah.
Stuff like that, it's where we burn up a budget pretty quick.
What if you only ended up with getting one Durango versus two
Well, I thought about that too.
or something that you know?
Which, or a Durango with a pickup, or, stuff like that. There's roughly, $3,000-4,000 difference between the pickups and the Durangos. So, if we get out of a rotation, then it could be costly trying to catch back up later.
Right.
We've been with two a year.
Is that what you've been doing?
It's
2 a
always
year?
been, it's always been 2 a year,
Two a year.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And that way.
That's been our problem with secondary road. We've gotten out of a rotation and
And it's hard to- it's hard to catch back up.
We're just buying crazy stuff.
Yeah, they put Band-Aids on things.
Yeah.
And, 2 a year puts us right about up between $125,000.
Yeah.
It's time for them to be traded at that point and whatever.
Yeah, it's been 2 every year, so it's
Yep.
it
Something,
rotated out every year, yeah.
something else to think about for next year, what are we gonna do with the old jail and the house that's there?
Right,
I mean, it's a usable space, we can sell it, we can do whatever you'd like to do with it.
you said we'll sell it as is.
Yes, there is a lot.
Because somebody else can tear it down.
Rebar in that thing.
Yeah,
But breakfast.
You might get people want to come sleep in a jail for a theme.
like the ex-murder house.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm looking at it and I don't see, I mean, you never know with the jail medicine and it can blow the budget.
Yes,
Yeah.
quickly.
It just can go crazy. And then when Dr. Garcia says she's not gonna do anything about Medicaid for people in jail,
I was looking at saving us a bunch of money.
I know. The supervisors just went, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think all the sheriffs, the ISSDA were all behind that.
I know.
The board was all behind
Well,
that.
yeah, it makes sense, but
100%.
it does make sense. I was supposed to have a meeting with, whatever one it was tomorrow, a Zoom meeting, and they canceled it because they're in a flurry and they're gonna have something with HHS tomorrow and they're, So, no telling, they're throwing them in a tizzy. So. Okay, I don't see where we can do anything else tonight on that one, so. Okay. What do we have, the annex, Kristen? Is that another one that you did today? We'll get through these quick. Okay, Charles, thank you.
Yep, thank you guys.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, annex.
Okay, so the annex, Troy has not gotten back to me with the measurements yet.
Okay, so we will be splitting the annex with public health, Jill,
EMA and
Darren,
The EMA, Darren.
and secondary road.
secondary roads.
Okay, so we basically just put everything back in as it was,
I just put it as is,
Yeah.
because
so we'll just leave it, I guess. Okay. Local option tax, I kind of went through that one and did, I'm not exactly sure what, but, do we have the spreadsheet that I did
for which one?
for local option? Did I give you a copy of that? Or did I even bring it tonight? Maybe we'll just skip that one and not do it. I've got it here. Here it is. If I can run through it, it's pretty much, you want to make a copy of this, Kristen? Oh, we didn't. I'll take a picture of it for Brian. Do you want me to send it to the same one, Brian?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll try and get it all in one. There we go.
How does the libraries go over budget?
Did we send you that other one?
Yeah, I got that
Okay,
other
that
one, but
one.
I saw that they were, so they're
They're
40
asking for a little bit more.
45,900 last year. Is
Um,
that their expenditures?
That's what they're asking. They're asking for 46.
They're asking for 46,
Yeah,
but last year, did we give them that 39?
yes, I believe so.
And they spent 45.9?
This
Or
one.
did we give them the extra?
I
Did-
think that was
did
that
we
the
re-
year before? Or was it last
That
year?
was last year.
Was it last year we gave him that?
We
Okay,
gave
let
them
me send this to
45.9
Brian,
last
guys.
year,
Let me just-
We gave them that 45.9.
and they're wanting $100 more. I don't know why it says 39.95.
Because that's what was budgeted. But then when they came to the meeting and asked,
And then we amended it to, okay. So really, it's not it's not a 15% increase.
Okay,
Correct.
I was thinking we only gave him that the year before. Okay. Okay, so everything is basically the same under 40% property tax relief. I think it is the same.
Yeah, everything looks,
And
except for
then,
except for the library.
yeah, and then, under 40% community betterment, the library was the extra. And we had the CYC board and the Wabash Trace this in the second year of 5 years. The Southwest Iowa Housing Trust Fund went up $1,000 this year. They're asking for 10,000 instead of 9,000. And the transfer was a little bit different to general basic, I think just a tiny bit different. And the secondary road transfer under infrastructure is the same. And I just put the capital projects the same. So everything's basically the same as it was. Yeah, Andrew had put all that information in there about the libraries, but, the increase would allow for like 229 additional children's books, Coin 100 paperback books, Essex replace 1 computer, and Shenandoah 146 hardback books. And you know, they got their, if you went to their legislative coffee, he keeps mentioning that last year, the legislature just, with House File 718, they cut their, the library levy out. The legislature, it was a voted library levy, and the legislature just cut it out.
Wow.
I don't know how they can do that, but they did. So
Okay.
I think they need it. So anyway,
Well, it's only $100 more than,
yeah,
I guess, what we gave them, so.
so anyway, yep.
As long as they're not doing any story hour with, that happened last year.
Anyway. Okay,
I'm on the library board, we're not doing that.
You're not doing that anymore? Okay. I was very disappointed in Clarence's library for that, but. I don't
I don't
think
know
it
what
was
they
a
did, but that's
success,
okay.
but was,
Yeah.
we'll just leave it at that.
okay, whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right,
Commentary.
commentary, okay. I'm ready to quit for the night, are you?
Yeah, I'm sure. If we've done all the damage we can do.
I think we've done all the damage we can do tonight. We'll have to do non-departmental. We'll get to that. I think we can do without tomorrow night if the snow comes in, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
Without the
just
meeting
let me
tomorrow
know,
night. Yeah.
for sure, but
I would say let's just cancel tomorrow night. Is that okay with you, Brian?
That's fine.
You're in Des
What do you
Moines,
think
what do
about,
you care? What do we
what
think
do you
about
think
what?
about next Tuesday night?
We'll have our 4 o'clock meeting. What time are you gonna get done?
I don't get done till 5 and it takes 15, 20 minutes to get here.
Okay. We wanna change our time tomorrow, or Tuesday night?
yeah, we can do it later.
Wanna change it till 5:30?
That would be great, because then that'll be the last time I ask you.
Okay.
Oh, don't say that. Never say never. Okay,
What time?
5:30?
5:30.
Oh,
Next
5:30.
5:30 next Tuesday night?
that'll really throw people off. 'Cause
Yeah.
Usually it's 4 or 6.
Jim's been keeping track of all these meetings for me, and he, not you, Jim.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not.
Which Jim?
McCoy.
Oh, he's been keeping
Yes.
track?
And he is gonna be confused.
Yes.
Okay.
we will.
All right,
Yeah,
next week
better.
at 5:30. Next Tuesday, 5:30. And that'll be the last time, then you'll be able to come home then at the end of next week.
I hope so. Well, we get too many days off with the snow and weather, then we might be back again some. Gotta finish all of it, they say.
Oh, you think you'll have a day off tomorrow?
Tomorrow we got off because of snow. Yeah, wouldn't want them to get
Really?
out. Wouldn't want them to go travel in the snow.
Well, you're gonna be up there anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you just have to spend the day in the hotel?
Well, I'm gonna go to a different facility tomorrow.
Oh, okay, okay,
Check it out.
okay. Well, we'll just wait and, we'll have more budget discussion next week, I guess. We'll see where we can go with it. I'm not gonna take my book home this week. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. Okay. I guess we'll just go ahead and
I'll make a
adjourn.
motion, we adjourn.
Okay, we will adjourn at, your second, we'll adjourn at 7:09. Okay. Motion made and seconded and approved. Okay, adjourn at 7:09. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you.
see you, Brian. Yep.
Thank you.
See you.
See ya.
Have a good night, Brian.
You too.
Okay, good night.